Good morning friends, welcome back to our YouTube channel. Today we are studying the derivation on the orbital speed of the electron in the stationary orbit. In the last class we have taken or we have studied about the radius of an orbit. Now let us consider a diagram. Here we are considering the radius r and here we are considering the nucleus P, that is your Z. It is moving around the nucleus. Now this distance we are calling as a V. Now from the diagram we can consider the force of the attraction. The force of attraction is because of the nucleus. Here we are considering it is because of the nucleus. And we know that the force of the attraction we are considering as F is equal to 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught into ZE into E by R. The electrostatic force of the attraction we are considering the formula F is equal to 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught into ZE into E by R square. Next, according to the centripetal force, we know that it is equal to mv square by r. Now the force of the attraction is always equal to the centripetal force. Now this can be also written as Fc is equal to the force of the electrostatic force. Now next in this we are putting the values of the Fc and Fe. Now mv square by r is equal to 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught into ZE square by R square. Or this equation can be also written in the form of 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught into ZE square by R square. Now by using that only we have taken here. Now the term get cancelled. Cancel the term. R get cancelled. Therefore, mv square is equal to 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught into ZE square by R. Now, according to the Bohr theory, now the equation can be written as NH by 2 pi is equal to, now we are writing according to the Bohr theory, the formula can be written as or mvr is equal to nh by 2 pi. Here we are applying the angular momentum for the Bohr theory. Now here we have taken nh by 2 pi is equal to fvr. Now by using this we can tell that just find the value of the v. Okay, according to the question we have to find the orbital speed of the electron. Now in this condition we are finding the value of v. We don't know the value. Now let us consider nh by 2 pi is equal to, just we are considering here v and mr will come down. Or we can write this as v is equal to nh divided by 2 pi mr. The value of the v is nh divided by 2 pi mr. And now let us consider this as equation 1. M square is equal to 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught Z square by R. Let us consider equation 1 and let us consider this as 2. Now put the equation 2 in equation 1. Put equation 2 in 1. Just we are putting the value of the v. Here v square is there, n square divided by 4 pi square m square into r square. 4 pi square is equal to 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught into z square by r. Now the term get cancel the term. M 1r will get cancelled. Next the remaining term, just we are writing the remaining term. We are getting b is equal to now let us consider the equation as b is equal to, we are writing 1 by n into z is square divided by 2 epsilon naught h. Or this can be also written in the form of we are get cancelled. This we can take up. Okay, when we are cancelling the term, we are getting the b value is equal to 1 by n into z is square divided by 2 epsilon naught h. We know that n is equal to, we are considering 1, 2, 3, so on up to the last term. Now for the hydrogen atom, we are considering z is equal to 1. Z is equal to 1 for the hydrogen atom. Therefore, B is equal to 1 by n, Z means 1 is square divided by 2 epsilon naught h. The total value of the B is equal to 1 by n into e square divided by 2 epsilon naught into h. Therefore, we can tell, by using this equation, we can tell that the orbital velocity of the electron is inversely proportional to the orbit number. It is always inversely proportional to the orbit number. Therefore, this is the expression or derivation for the orbital speed of the electron in a stationary orbit. Now next, we are studying about the total energy of an electron in a stationary orbit. Here also we are considering the same diagram. Now according to the diagram, again we are writing, first we are writing the force of the attraction is due to the or because of the nucleus. Okay, now we are writing the formula. F is equal to 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught into ZE into E by R. Now in this condition, we are applying the potential energy. Now according to this, we have taken here potential energy. This can be written as U. Or we can write this equation as U is equal to 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught into ZE into minus E. ZE into minus E by R. Therefore, the value of the potential energy we are getting as 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught minus ZE square by R, or minus ZE square divided by 4 pi epsilon naught R. Now the value of the potential energy U. Now here we know that the kinetic energy we are writing 1 by 2 mv square. Now we know that the centripetal force is equal to mv square by R. Now again we are considering that the force of the attraction is equal to the centripetal force. Now the formula we can write as mv square by R is equal to 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught into ZE into E by R. mv square by R is equal to, we are considering 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught into ZE into E by R square. Next, cancel the terms which get cancelled. R. Therefore, the value of mv square is equal to 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught ZE square by R. Now, let us consider the kinetic energy as equation 1 and consider this as 2. Now, put equation 2 in equation 1. Put equation 2 in equation 1. We know that 1 is kinetic energy is equal to 1 by 2 mv square. Here we are getting the value of mv square. Therefore, 1 by 2 mv square means ZE square divided by 4 pi epsilon naught into R is equal to 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught into ZE square divided by 2R. Now here we got the value of the kinetic energy. Therefore, by using this we have to find the total energy. Therefore, the total energy is equal to the kinetic energy plus potential energy. Now put the value of the kinetic energy and potential energy. Therefore, 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught into ZE square by 2R plus the value of the potential energy we are considering as minus ZE square divided by 4 pi epsilon naught R. Now in both the conditions there is a common term, take it outside. ZE square is a common term, take it outside, whole divided by 4 pi epsilon naught R common term. Epsilon naught R. The remaining term is 1 by 2 minus 1. Or this can be also written in the form of ZE square divided by 4 pi epsilon naught R into 1 minus 2 by 2. Or the total answer we are getting as ZE square divided by 4 pi epsilon naught R into 1 minus 2 by 2 minus 1 by 2. Or this can be written as minus ZE square divided by 4 pi epsilon naught into 1 by 2 R. Therefore, the total energy we are getting the expression as 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught into ZE square by 2R. In this condition, we know the value of the R, a radius of the orbit. Okay. In the last class, we have done the radius. We are getting the value R is equal to, we are considering N square H square epsilon naught divided by pi m Z square. Pi m Z square. Now let us consider this equation as 3 and 4. Put equation 4 in 3. We are getting the value as minus Z square divided by 4 pi epsilon naught into 1 by 2. The value of the R is N square H square epsilon naught divided by pi m Z square. Now, this can be also written in the form of minus ZE square divided by 4 pi epsilon naught into 1 by 2. The terms are pi m ZE square divided by N square H square into epsilon naught. Therefore, this expression gives the total energy of the electron in the n stationary orbit. For the n stationary orbit.